See, while recently doing some shopping in town, I realized something. There are so many cars on the streets and even more buying options on the internet. So I thought to myself, why do people choose something that will sink them financially? So I realized that people don't really know often what to buy. This video will be exactly about that. What to buy for 1000 bucks, euros. Since I am in Europe, this will apply to the EU marketplace. Now, for you guys in the US, the prices might vary a little bit, but the idea is the same. Sometimes you might not get the cars that we get in here, but that's not a problem. And also, if you like this kind of content, please do consider subscribing. It helps me a lot, and I get to make more videos like this for you. Number 1 on this list, or no, let's just count with weird numbers. Number 37 on this list is Toyota Yaris. Toyota Yaris, called Vitz in Japan. This tiny little car will outlive your hamster, will serve you as an umbrella or a grocery getter. It came out with a range of fuel-efficient engines, parts are cheap, looks like a ladybag, and will take you to the moon and back, and it will still have like half of the fuel tank left. 1.0 engine uses like 4 liters per 100 kilometers. I'm not sure how much that is in imperialistic. And it's small, but you see it's a car. Right for 1000, what can you expect? It's nice, perfect grocery shopping cart. Also, can it go fast? No. Can you drive it like a maniac though? Yes. Next thing. How to make a list for a price tag like that and not to mention a Honda. I think with this car manufacturer, the same thing applies even with new cars. Reliable car manufacturer, producer, maker, and you don't hear people complaining about them that much, right? Finding them is easy, and only thing to consider really is rust, because, well, these are Japanese, and Japanese cars tend to rust a little bit more than your usual car. Engines are bulletproof, will likely eat you oil, but that's no biggie. And this is a great option for us car guys too. Honda Civics are legendary, no matter what your neighbor says, 3 in the morning.
Alright boys, it's 5:10 in the morning. Alright Brian, let it go!
Next thing. If you want something more unusual and you are not really afraid of tinkering, because you're gonna get a little bit of it, because this car tends to throw tantrums. Get yourself the car from this video cover. And car from the cover is Mitsubishi Galant. You know, Galant has a history rooted in rallying. And we all know and love Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Most problems you're gonna get because of older age, you know, so rubbers, hoses, seals, that kind of stuff. Rust, stuff like throttle body, position sensor being clogged up, or airflow meter being clogged up, or the engine doesn't run all cylinders. So you're gonna get some package that could be your daily car, and also you can do a little bit of, you know, DIY. And also parts are a little bit more difficult to come by too. But that's a trade-off, because you're getting yourself essentially a JDM car, and with a little bit of luck and a little bit of more money, you can find yourself a V6 engine version too, which, by the way, sounds Next car. I'm not a particular fan of these, but since they are super reliable, they are worth recommending. And I never thought I'm gonna say these words on my own. A Volkswagen Golf 4 or 5. For 1000, you're gonna get a range of ubiquitous engines, which are as reliable as an anvil. You can get 1.9 turbo diesel, which is legendary bulletproof basically. I would avoid early versions of 2.0 turbo diesel engines. They are a little bit iffy, you know, so just don't get these. I mean, if you just want a grocery getter, just get this thing. It's reliable, doesn't really rust as much, you can find parts everywhere. I'm also not saying you should tune it. But you can, you do what you want. And the last car on the list, car number 927 3/4. It's another German shopping cart, an Audi A3. You get similar engines to what VW Golf had, but on top of that you can get yourself a brilliant 1.8 turbo petrol engine. They are just very good. I'm not a fan of Audi, but I have to give them this because the engine is just great and tunable and goes fast. But this 1.8T will probably cost you more than 1,000. Nevertheless, you can get a diesel engine or like a small petrol unit. They're cheap, you get parts everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel so I get to make more stuff like this for you. I also opened a Discord server, so I'll post the link down below. If you want, you can join. We can talk about cars, send weird car memes too. So until Friday.